Hello community, welcome to the summer roadmap review, as well as we'll also talk about the Summer Game Fest at the end. And let me just say this roadmap caught me completely off guard. I mean, it just came out of nowhere. I was not expecting this whatsoever, and I was so busy both Friday as well as now. It's racing weekend, so I'm really busy. And also I've been having some problems with my jaw, and overall it's been a bit of a nightmare. The past couple of days have been very difficult, but I'll try to get through this as best I can. And the first thing about the roadmap, we have the kickback kimono, which I will be showing a video right now playing on how to get it. It's very easy, you just lay on the bed as well as then in the morgue. But basically they've reintroduced the Survival 6 as well as the Trinity pack for a price. It's gonna cost you $5 each for those two things. And when it comes to Survival 6, I think it may just be worth it, and I'll tell you why. Because you're getting 6 sort of bonus missions, and these for the most part, although it's been a while since I've played them, these are full-blown missions. I mean, you're getting dialogue, you're getting cinematics, you are getting some good things here. This isn't like featured contracts or any of this shit. Like, this is overall pretty decent content that you're getting, and this never happens. This is not something that happens ever in gaming. I mean, Kratos in MK9 or the Joker in Arkham Asylum, for example, these were exclusive content that was only available for like Xbox or something like that. These things never ever come back later on, ever. This is the first time I've ever seen these things being reintroduced or coming back in any way, shape or form. So I guess we got a pat eye on the back for doing this, because at the end of the day, this is a good addition. I mean, having the Surveil 6 back is a very strong and good addition, especially now with Hitman 3 being where it is. I think this is a fantastic way to rejuvenate the game, give you some brand new content, although not new maybe, because it hasn't been around for so long. It feels different, it feels new, even though it's not. So I think overall it's a good idea, and again, $5 in my opinion for 6 missions for an entire sort of bonus campaign. Not that much to ask for. Some people may be pissed off about it. Again, I can't speak personally to the quality of the missions, because it's been a very long time since not only have I played them, but I've really looked into them. I have looked into them recently, and for the most part I do believe they are at least decent enough. I think $5 are definitely more than enough. I think, you know, that's a fine price. It's not too much. I think, you know, it's good for $5 you're getting, again, 6 bonus missions. You know, it's a pretty decent deal in my opinion. On the other hand, the Trinity pack they're reintroducing, it's gonna cost pretty much the same money. It's gonna be $5 as well. I really don't see this as a victory in any way. I think this is a bit stupid, it's a bit dull. The Trinity pack wasn't that good to begin with. There's plenty of suits we have that are very similar. But even then, you have the stupid driving gloves. It's just, I don't know. If you like this particular design of the suits, get it. But I wouldn't say these are suits that are a must-have. It's basically one suit that has been reskinned 3 times, so it's hardly a must-have. On the other hand, we have new elusive targets, and from what I'm seeing, we're gonna have 3 elusive targets per month, which is good for those of you who just want to rush through the elusive targets. You can do so now easier than ever, I guess. And I will make videos on all the elusive targets. I'll make it by month. I'll just sort of bunch them together and sort of let you guys see whatever you need. But on top of that, we also have curated contracts, which I don't understand why. Technically it's featured contracts, but it says curated contracts. There's no such thing as curated contracts in Hitman. I mean, in the menu, it's all featured contracts, but that's what they've been spelled as. The Darkmoor Garden Show is returning for players who are on the free starter pack. There's a game update on August 17. I don't really know what they're gonna be updating necessarily, but I'm guessing they'll be introducing some bug fixes, which is good. And overall, you're gonna be getting some free locations here and there for those of you who don't have them. But by this point, most of you should have them. I mean, again, it is World of Assassinations now. You should have them. But the big thing also is there's a new suit. Well, not new necessarily, but a little bit different of a suit. The Tropical Islander suit, which is gonna be in Haven Island, coming in July 6th. This is gonna be very interesting. I think it's a decent suit. I think it probably fits better Haven Island than the default Haven Island suit with the shorts and everything. It's a pretty decent looking unlock. Should it have driving gloves? I'm not really sure. Maybe it doesn't fit. I don't know, but it's an interesting looking suit, I'll tell you that. I can't tell there's like that many great things, to be brutally honest. I mean, okay, you get 2 suits that are more or less sort of reintroduced, 2 sort of new ways to get them. You have a bunch of returning elusive targets, a bunch of featured contracts, and the only big thing really is the Trinity Pack coming back, which, to be fair, was already back for Steam, I'm pretty sure, anyways, and the Survival 6, which is coming out August 17, which is a long time from now. So overall, I don't understand why they had to push it so far back, the Survival 6. They could have had it much earlier, they could have had it a lot sooner in my opinion, but I don't know, they've decided to push them all the way back to, well, maybe because the game update is happening on 17 and they want to sort of prepare for it, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'll definitely make sure to make guides on these people. I've seen their routes for the most part. I think most of them are decent and they are interesting. I think most of you honestly enjoy the Survival 6. I think it's something new, it's something different. It's from 2016, so you have to understand, quality is sort of neither here nor there. It's 2016, IO was still sort of in their beginning stages when it comes to making Hitman what it is. So just keep that in mind. Are they gonna be as freedom of approach heavy? Are they gonna be as enjoyable, for example, as the Hitman 3 targets? No, not really, probably not. But at the same time, it is something unique, something different, something you can sink your teeth into. So at the end of the day, it's better than nothing. And also on Friday, I don't know if you guys saw, there was the Summer Game Fest with a bunch of new things that were showed off. Actually, not as many as I would have liked, to be brutally honest. I think the funniest thing for me personally was Marvel Spider-Man 2 showed up and all they did was they just showed like 2 pictures. I mean, literally, they just showed up on stage and their whole presentation was 2 pictures. That's the whole bit they did for Spider-Man 2. They showed 2 pictures. Okay, good pictures, but still, that's all they had. And also MK1 got shown pretty heavily. And MK1's looking, to be brutally honest, with NetherRealm, they always make the game look like absolute shit when it comes to showcasing. They always fuck up the graphics, and then later on the graphics are way nicer in the actual final product. And I think you can see that because a bunch of YouTubers dropped gameplay for MK1, and you can see the graphics are way fucking better. I mean, way better. They look so much stronger and so much better in the actual like gameplay footage that the guys got. The gameplay footage looks significantly better from the YouTubers than it did the actual NetherRealm studio itself. So I don't know, I think maybe they were picking up early footage. I'm pretty sure they did this trailer a very long time ago, which is probably why the game looked so unfinished. I mean, it looked like the graphics were still in development, let's be brutally honest. It really didn't look that good graphically, but from what we've seen recently from the YouTubers, it looks pretty damn decent. I mean, in comparison, I would say it's gonna look just as good as MK11. I don't think it's gonna look significantly better than MK11, because I think MK11 just looked so incredible. I mean, MK11 is so beautiful to this day. It was such a huge graphical step forward, MK11, that it's gonna be very difficult to beat. So I think if they're just able to match it, which I think they have, I think it's gonna be a good game. The only problem I have with MK1 really is when you're running one Mortal Kombat game right after the other, it's very difficult to not get people tired with the product, because you're giving them one MK right after the other one. It's like, it's a bit sort of weird, it's a bit difficult to be as excited about a brand new Mortal Kombat game when you've just played one just a couple years ago. It's like, there's a saying, it's like, how can we miss you if you don't go away? How can we miss you if we play you all the time? I mean, it's like Assassin's Creed, it's the same thing. It's like, if you're releasing an Assassin's Creed game every single year, it doesn't matter how good the game is, you know, people aren't gonna be as interested because they're gonna be tired from it. And although I fear MK1 has some fear of that, also they have changed so many things that I feel like it will be an interesting game, and it will be a little bit at least sort of fresh and new. It will be interesting for sure. But overall, that's pretty much all I have to say about it. Again, you have to understand, right now, it's I'm in a difficult time. It's a racing weekend, my jaw is a bit fucked. Overall, personal life things are happening, so I'm suffering a little bit when it comes to trying to make these videos. I'm really giving it my best shot, but again, I'm just hopeful I'm able to give you like some information, because I wanted to make a video, you know what I mean? If I had a choice, I just wouldn't make a video for like the next maybe half a week or so and just try to recover. But yeah, this is pretty much all I have to say when it comes to the roadmap. It's interesting, it's a bit weird. I think looking at it more than anything else, I feel like there is content in here, but there's gonna be a little bit of time before we actually get to it. There's nothing crazy coming out anytime soon. You have to wait all the way to August to be able to pick up the Surveil 6. And as far as the elusive targets are concerned, well, we've already played them like 1,000 times. But yeah, those are my opinions. You can let me know how you feel and what you think in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching. Drop a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more content. I will cover all of these things when they come out one by one. They will be covered on the channel. And hopefully by that point I'm able to get some things a hold of. So thank you very much for watching and see you next time.